Hey everybody, welcome back to Tracking the Wolves. I'm your host, Connor Libis, and today we got a special guest, head coach Kaden Huntrods. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Head coach of the swimming team, Northern State swim team. You're on your fifth season here at Northern State. Tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got to Northern State and a little bit of your background in the swimming world.
Yeah, absolutely. So I swam a lot in Iowa. My family was military, so we ended up moving to California, and that's where I really started coaching. So the program that I was swimming for, like, hey, we'd love to have you coach. And I was like, all right, great, let's give this a try, and absolutely loved it. And then we moved to South Dakota, down in Madison, and I started coaching the club team there, met people that were involved with South Dakota State. Like, hey, you should come here, be an intern, be a GA. Did that path, absolutely loved it. Ended up moving out of the state to Isle Lakes Community College. I was there for a couple of seasons. And then the previous coach here, Nicole Mananian, she gave me a call, and she's like, hey, I'm going to be leaving. I'm going to Purdue. I know you want to get back to South Dakota. So we'd love to have you come out here. So I came out, interviewed, loved it, and that was 5 seasons ago.
And been here since.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Great stuff. So at Iowa Lakes, we were talking, you coached men and women's.
Yep.
Now at Northern State, women only.
Yep.
What's kind of the difference when you're coaching the two? And which one do you maybe like better? Or how do you like it? And how do you like coaching maybe just one team instead of just focusing on two teams?
Yeah, they're both very different ways of coaching. So, like, guys, they're rough and gruff. Ladies can be rough and gruff. It just kind of depends on the individual. Mm-hmm. This year we have athletes that they're just like, let's go, let's get after it. And it makes it a lot of fun. I think coaching both is fun. Coaching one is great. We had some swimmers this past weekend. They're like, oh, we're not feeling great. I'm like, all right, well, we're good to swim. They're like, oh, we're going to thug it out. I haven't heard that term before, but I like that. Yeah, so that was one of our kind of our mantras for the weekend. Like, we're going to thug this meet out. And they did really well, did the small things right. That was a big thing that we were talking about with them is, hey guys, like, not breathing into your wall, not breathing into your finish. And we saw that where we had Emma Machado. She was going into her wall. She was neck and neck with someone. And you just saw this look on her face, just, this is going to burn a little bit. And then just put her head down, drove into the wall and out-touched her. And we had several best times with Ella, and they killed it. But I'd say coaching women's a really fun time. Yeah, so they keep you on your toes.
That's great. That's great. So you were talking a little bit about the meet this weekend. We just had a meet here in Aberdeen at the YMCA this past weekend. Yep. Talk a little bit about that. Let's talk first about maybe hosting a meet, some of that stuff that goes into that, some of maybe the added stresses to that, and then let's talk about the meet itself. Yeah. Yeah,
so hosting a meet, we work together with people in the community, my coaching staff, our graduate assistants. Basically, it's going to a facility saying, hey, we're going to host our meet here and we're going to set up everything. Mm-hmm. So we bring in our bleachers, we bring in our timing system. ASC provides that for us. We help them set it up too. And really getting seating, everything ready for them, because when we have our meets, we actually have a really good crowd. Mm-hmm. We probably have one of the bigger crowds in the conference when it comes to swimming. We've actually gone to meets and had a bigger crowd than the team that's hosting us. But in general, it's a really good time. So it's stressful. It's stressful. We're running around. I apologize to the team, like, guys, like, typically when you're hosting a meet, the head coach is kind of running around and making sure everything's flowing smoothly. Like, I feel bad for track and field where they're just always moving back and forth. I'm sure they get probably 40,000 steps in a day. Yep. But it overall went really well, really smooth. JC did a really good job on diving. We got after it in swimming. I was very happy with it.
Great stuff. Great stuff. Let's hit on some of the athletes, some of the new ones. We're a pretty young team this year. We are. Very young. Talk about some of the girls and some of the strengths of this team.
Yeah, absolutely. I say, especially breaststroke, we have a lot of depth. So we have Ella Wanster. She's a freshman coming in out of Minnesota. Emma Beavers. Sydney Rogers is a freshman that she's able to do kind of backstroke, breaststroke, freestyle. She's not a huge fan of fly, which is perfectly okay. We have people that do fly. I think that's one of the things that we are slowly getting is that depth, though, is we're getting those events where we are 3 strong, we are 4 strong in these races, and that makes a really big difference when we're going into these dual meets.
Yeah, absolutely. So swimming, maybe not necessarily the biggest sport in South Dakota. Absolutely, we can say that. But let's talk about some of the impact that your girls make in the community, because a lot of them teaching swim lessons, doing some of that, spreading the sport, spreading the love of the game. Tell us about some of the impact that you've seen in your time in Aberdeen, just spreading the game of, or the sport of swimming.
Yeah, absolutely. The big one you hit on was swim lessons. Mm-hmm. So We teach about 60 kids a session.
Okay.
We actually have our swim lesson starting again tonight. We give them about 2-week session, break, 2-week session, break. So, and then as we get into the conference time, we take that whole time off, and then we get back to it in the spring.
Yep.
That's a big one. And we've had families who are wearing swim shirts out in the community, and someone at Walmart's just like, hey, we had kids in the swim lessons and we loved it.
Yeah.
So it's nice to be able to see that. Like, it's amazing how many people in South Dakota don't know how to swim. It's like, we have a lot of lakes around here. So it's really nice to be able to provide that, just making kids a little bit safer. I'd say the next biggest thing that we do is we do the Brown County Fair.
Yep.
So that one, we have the team come out this week. This year it was 2 weeks before classes started. They get there, set up on Monday, and we're there the whole week of fair, making sure we set up all the bands, tear them all down. They get to meet some of the bands, which is really cool. Dustin Lynch has on the side of the stage this year. So it's kind of interesting. His chief of security was like, all right, we don't want anybody on the sides of the stage. Like, we want to keep it secure, very, very secure facility. And then they finish the meeting, and he goes, but coach, your girls can be on the side of the stage. It's like, we like them, they get access. I'm like, sweet. So, but no, they got to do some pretty cool things. Over the course of that weekend, they'll move about 750 to 800,000 pounds.
Wow. Wow.
And we wrap up Sunday morning at about 5:30 in the morning.
Wow.
So,
that's great stuff. Great stuff. So your girls come out 2 weeks before. This is something you've done the whole time you've been here.
Yep.
I remember being a part of it and seeing your girls come out. Talk about how important that is, like, as a team. It's 2 weeks or maybe a week that they get to maybe meet their new teammates and do that kind of stuff. So do you find that week pretty important for your team?
I do. I think it's a great way. So you meet your freshmen when they're on their visits, but you don't truly get to see them and talk with them a lot until they're here.
Yeah.
And so having that time frame is great. Like, they're working hard, they get to see each other, they get to see kind of how they handle stress, because you're moving a lot of heavy things for several days in a row. You're kind of tired, you're kind of stressed. They get to see each other, they get to work together, they get to kind of get that bonding. And then when we finish the fair, we have another week where they're doing captain's practices, and they just get to bond.
Yep.
So during that week, I'm cooking a lot of meals at my house, so they're over a lot. And they just get to bond, they get to talk, we get to know them better. I think it's a really amazing thing for them.
Absolutely.
I think it starts us off on a really good note.
Yeah, absolutely. So this year, NSIC, always a pretty strong conference swimming.
Yep.
Who are some of the best teams in this conference, and who are you looking forward to competing against that you haven't competed against yet?
Yeah, absolutely. So right now, I'd say the coaches poll put Mankato at the top, and then Augie right behind them. It's very close, those top three. So I think you have Mankato, Augie, and St. Cloud. They're all within, I want to say, about 50 points. Yeah. Which at a meet, at conference, that can go any which way. That's a very, very close margin. That's only a few races.
Yep.
We have American this weekend, or we're going to them, and we'll see USF there. That'll be a fun meet. We haven't seen USF for a little while. Just the schedule didn't work out last year to see them. So we're kind of excited to see a few teams that they've added some more people. We've added some more people, and see how they kind of measure up against each other.
Yeah, great stuff. Let's talk a little bit about the length of your season. It's kind of unique to your sport. So we just had our first meet here at the end of September. Championships are when? March, is that right?
Nationals is March. Conference is February.
Okay.
So it's long.
So talk a little bit about what that kind of looks like, because you can't be on for that long, right? So talk about maybe the spurts that you go and kind of how you maneuver with practice, and talk a little bit about that, Coach.
Yeah, so we kind of break it into our macro cycles being like our really big overall plan, and then our micro cycles being every few weeks. So when we sit down with our individual meetings, we have to have some goals. We can't have just a goal at conference, because if you have a goal at conference, you're going to get burned out.
Yep.
So what are your goals within the next few weeks? What are your goals for our mid-season taper meet? That's in November. So when we plan our season, we have a plan to peak in November. We'll taper, so about 2 weeks. We come down in training over that time span. We peak. We get right back into that grind, going back up. They do get a little break in Christmas time, so we send them home December 17th, and then they'll come back January 3rd. And when they come back January 3rd, we hit the grindstone. We're right at it.
Yep.
It's our hell week, if you will. But they get here before classes start, and it's hard work the whole way. We'll do some fun things. We'll have some team bonding, but really it's kind of this wave motion of we do a few weeks where we build up, a little bit of a rest, and then we go back up and work our way up.
Absolutely. Great stuff. To finish, Coach, talk a little bit about why Northern State. It's maybe a little bit. There's a lot of things that people say, maybe negative, positive. maybe in the swimming world, whatever that is, why Northern State for you? Why here?
Community.
Yep.
So when I came out to interview, one of the first things I always do is ask people in the public, like, do you actually like the university that you're nearby? And like, we love them. It's like, have you guys do anything about the swim team? Like, oh, we love the team. It's like they come out, they help out the community. They're part of Day of Champions with all the teams that go out. That was probably the biggest thing, is the fact that the community really loves Northern. You can't go anywhere in Aberdeen and not see something that's Northern.
Yep.
We had recruits out, and that's all they could say is like, there's just so much support for Northern. It's like, you can't go into a restaurant, you can't go to a store, you can't go around town without seeing someone that has something on that's Northern. Even the alumni, we had a recruit out a couple of years ago, and there's alumni from the class, I want to say like 1965, that was walking across campus and just walked up like, hey, welcome to Aberdeen. Like, when did you move here? He's like, oh, a long time ago. Like, what made you stay? He's like, because it's Aberdeen. It's Northern. It's home. So I think that's a really special part, is just the community support that you get. We've had swimmers that are walking through the grocery store and someone's like, oh, you're on the swim team. And like, yeah, like, when's your next meet? Oh, it's this weekend. And then we see them at the meet supporting them that weekend. So it's a very special environment to see that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Great stuff, Coach. You were talking about not many people knowing how to swim. I'm included in that group, just so you know. So maybe we can work on that in the future.
We do offer adult lessons.
Okay.
So
okay.
just throwing that out.
I might have to put my name in
There you go.
in there. Okay. Awesome. Well, I appreciate it, Coach. Thanks for joining us. I know you're a busy man. You got practice here today, so appreciate you joining us, and thanks for joining us. So
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, best of luck rest of the way.
Likewise.
Awesome.
Go Wolves.
Yeah, go Wolves. That was Tracking Wolves. Thank you.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Tracking the Wolves, episode 5. I remembered.
I was gonna say that we need to bring that back. I completely forgot until you said that.
So I'm gonna bring these two in right now. Emma Beavers, Kenna Remily, in the studio with us. You guys have no idea what we're talking about. All last year we would do Tracking the Wolves, and I was like I'd start talking, like bringing in episode, and I would totally forget
I got it
every time. So I was like, anyways, I wrote it down. Enough talk about what episode it is. We all know it's the 5th episode now. How are you guys doing today? Thanks for coming in, and how's the day going so far?
Good. It's Monday, it's going good though.
I know. Okay, I want to ask you guys this personally, because I think that us as football players, we get up pretty early, and I'm walking to meetings or lift or whatever, and you guys are already going in the pool.
Yep.
What time do you guys start? Like, what's the earliest that you guys have started, and how do you guys kind of like do that all the time?
Start at 5:30, in the water at 5:30, so we have to be like in our suits stretching at like 5:15, and I feel like the water is cold, so that helps.
Right.
It wakes you up. I think if the water wasn't cold, like half the time I'm still sleeping when I'm swimming warm up, but I don't know, just get through it.
Especially Monday and Friday mornings whenever I get in the water, I feel like I'm like swimming on a cloud. I'm like, where am I? I'm not
to
here.
wake up.
Yeah, I don't know, because like I'm always like I'm like half asleep, and it's like 5:45, almost 6, and I'm walking into meetings. I'm like, and I'm looking, and you guys are just boom, with music blasting.
Wild.
And Coach Huntrods, I know him pretty well. He's always like, "Hey, good morning." I'm like, so props, hats off to you guys. I just wanted to ask that, because I always wondered like,
Yeah.
what time do you guys even get there? So
Yeah. What time do you guys go to bed?
I'm
On the
like
flip
really
side.
good about it, so I usually go to bed at I'm in my bed by 8:30 or 9.
Okay.
oh, that's so nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends
Some
on
people
the
aren't.
day.
Some people aren't.
Usually I try to, the latest I try to like stay up is like midnight, and that's the cutoff. But I'm usually pretty good at being asleep at 10:30.
I cannot imagine.
I'm used to it, because on my club team, I'd have to get up in the summer at about 5:30 to go to Fargo.
Okay.
So, whatever.
Yeah.
Speaking of your club team, let's get right into it. Recruiting journey. You said a club team up in Fargo, essentially, and then you're from Redwood.
Yeah.
Redwood Falls. How did you guys both end up in Aberdeen? I know I think it was your parents went to school here.
So my mom is from Aberdeen, and I'm used to this town because my grandparents used to live here. And I don't know, they have a swim team, so I was like, oh, here we go. There's only 2 colleges in North Dakota that has a swim team, and UMary and Jamestown, and I was like, nah, I'm okay. So.
Well, I swam in high school, and that was it. I did a lot of other sports in high school, so it was kind of just narrowing it down, I guess, and being like, I guess I want to swim. And then I just reached out to a couple schools. I had no idea this school existed because I'm from like Minnesota, so like Kaden was all of our big schools.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then I looked into it. I liked how it's smaller, not so big town, because I'm from a small town. But yeah,
I also had no idea Aberdeen was
Yeah.
even a place.
I'm the same as you. My mom grew up here, and my grandparents both lived here.
Yep.
But I'm only an hour and a half away, so like a
Yeah.
little closer.
I'm about 2.5, so it's like,
Yeah,
I know the town, so.
there you go. So this last weekend, you guys had your first home meet, first and only home meet.
Yes.
Kind of tell us how'd that go? Was it fun? I hope.
Friday was a lot of fun, I thought, because it was like a relay meet. So basically, you just swim a bunch of relays. None of the times really count because you can't really take a relay time.
Yep.
Right.
So we all like went out there knowing it's for fun, and just we have a lot less team, like girls wise, compared to all these other teams, which makes it really hard to outscore them because you have a lot less people, a lot less depth. But I think a lot of us had fun. Like we all tried new events, or like I did an event I hadn't done in like 6 years, so it was crazy, but it was fun. I liked it.
Yeah, Friday was good. Saturday was a little rough,
Tired.
but it was our first like official meet. You know, you have your individual events, so
How's competing in the Y? What is that like?
Hot.
yes.
Yeah, and the air quality
hot.
is really bad. Like
So
you get out
small.
and you forget how to breathe.
I was gonna say
Very-
I haven't really been in there a lot, but I can't imagine that it's
Yeah, no.
amazing.
Typical YMCA.
It's very crammed in there.
Yeah.
I see like all the pictures that Corey's always posting though. You guys are always finding a way to find Corey. And like you guys are always posing.
Yeah.
So like what's the thought behind this? You guys are just like Corey or is he just like pointing and you guys pose like what's
I just see a camera, point my way, and you're just like, hey guys, there's a camera. And we just
usually
smile.
Everyone hates the pictures of them in the water, so when you see him pointing at you and you happen to be out of the water, you try and pose
You
so
try,
you don't
yeah.
look. Because everything in the water looks like there was a picture of me
Not
this weekend
good.
swinging backstroke and the water's like over my face, and I was like, that just doesn't look right.
Good, yeah.
I think that looks so cool.
Yeah, you're, like, breaking the surface.
Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, I always see like because like whenever I'm looking at Instagram and stuff, and Corey's always posting, right? I'm like literally every single picture is like you guys. You're all like,
Yeah.
Every time we see a camera, there it is.
Gotta pose.
so going off of what I initially asked you guys this morning, or about like having early mornings, you guys also have a really long season. Like we do behind the pack and stuff, and it's always like, oh hey, you know, swimming this week, and then they're off for 3 weeks, and then they're swimming again, and then they're off for 4 weeks, and then they're
Yeah.
swimming again and again and again, and then the NSIC championships are in February, and your season started in September. How do you guys like manage all that? It's a really long season over 2 semesters, basically, both physically, mentally, like making sure your bodies are okay to compete, and both like I said, mentally.
You want me to go?
I can go first if you want.
Okay. Well,
Well, I don't know. For me personally, it's just like sleep. I really
So
prioritize.
sleep, but you say you cut off his midnight.
Okay, 5-6 hours. That's fine. I do tend to take like at least 30-minute to an hour nap after a class if I need one. I really prioritize like getting all my homework done. Usually, I'm pretty good with that. I get my homework done about a week earlier than it's due, so then I have a whole week to just rest and just practice and just that's what my mind's about. So
Okay.
I have swimming is long. Starts in September. I feel like we have technically 2 seasons in a way,
Right.
Because we go train up until like middle
Mid-season?
middle of November, and then we kind of get to taper a little bit, and then we have this big meet, and then you do it like all over again. So I think that helps because you kind of have like you go race at mid-season and you'll put up fast times because you're tapered and you're like, oh, this is why I'm doing it. And so like for me, whenever I see those faster times at mid-season, I'm like, oh, this is what I'm here for.
Yep.
Now I want to keep training to get even faster at conference, I guess.
yeah, and it's nice because then we get like after mid-season, we have Thanksgiving to look forward
Yeah.
to. Our practices are pretty easy going until Christmas break. We have Christmas break, come back, and then it's a little different. But that break is like very needed. So
I like it always intrigues me, especially like with you guys and like cross country and track and stuff. You're not trying to hit your best times right away. So it's
Oh,
like
yeah, no.
like you guys are like, okay, like that's fine if my times are slow, if I'm losing meets and stuff right now. But like, how do you kind of deal with that, like mentally, to be like yeah, like I didn't perform how I am going to perform in 3 months or so. Like, how do you guys kind of take that approach to swim?
It's tough, especially
Very.
I started swimming later. So when I was in high school, I was dropping time every meet, and it was just happening because you're first starting the sport. And then I got to college, and I was like, why am I just like plateauing? And I feel like now I'm starting to get back down there, but I don't know. It's like I said, you remind yourself when you get to that faster meet, you're like, this is, and you know your body's so beat up. Like, we know what we do during the week, and to be able to put up a PB would be insane. So it's just more like this weekend, I was like, I just want to finish my race, like touch the wall and like not die, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I've been swimming since I was 3, so I'm very used to like not hitting great times. And I don't know, you talk to your coaches, they say, hey, you did great on this, let's work on this. Like,
Yeah, coaches are also very good about it. Like, they know that he'll even say it before the meet. He's like, don't look at the clock. It's more about learning from each race and not necessarily your time.
Your technique. And they always ask you, hey, what did you think you did well in this?
Mm-hmm.
And then they kind of compare. So
Yeah, there's a lot of similarities to track and field.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I did track too, so
Yeah. Your midfield or mid-season meet, that's what we consider our indoor.
Yeah.
Indoor conferences. I don't know. I think I'm thinking of this right. Like, our head coach is kind of like, okay, indoor is important, conference is still important, but we're looking to have our best things in outdoor.
Yeah.
For some reason, that is more important than our performance in conference. It makes sense because it's earlier and just indoor is kind of sucky for any kind of anything. But, what was the other thing? What were we just talking about?
technique and getting feedback from coaches.
Yeah. Our head coach, even my pole vault coach, is like the same thing. It's like, don't go into a meet expecting to PR.
Yep.
This isn't about the height that you make. I want you to focus on the technique that you're doing.
Yep.
I want to see something different. I don't care what you jump, what you run. I just want it to feel different and look maybe better, but don't freak out if it's not better, you know?
So, looking back at this week, and you guys said that coaches always like, don't look at the clocks. Let's focus on one thing to fix. What is one thing that both of you guys kind of took away from this past weekend to fix going into the rest of the season? Kind of put you guys on spots. Didn't pressure you guys for this one, but
Well, I'm I built a bad habit, I guess, of when I swim breaststroke, I tend to keep my head up, and you're supposed to put it down. So I happened to race the 100 breaststroke 3 times this weekend. So I got to fix it each time, and it got better. But it felt like literally just trial and error. I dove in for the first one, and then there was something to fix off that one. Then I tried to apply it for the next one, and it was a little slower. And then finally in the third one, I kind of put it all together. But then also I raced that one race, like I said, for the first time in a long time. So I think it was just I realized what strokes need to get better because it was the IM. So my backstroke was one of my slowest, and I was like, yeah, that's where I need to go focus on now.
okay.
For my distance, I swam the 1,000, and being thrown into that and not swimming it since last February, it was really, really, really rough. Trying to just find my rhythm again, and because we have splits, so I try to maintain my splits, but I just wasn't. My head was not in the right space.
It's a long race.
Yeah,
tell them how long it usually. Usually it's
it's about 40 laps, so. Probably 12 minutes, so you're just straight swimming.
Racing, I guess. You're trying to race that.
And it was just rough being thrown into it, but, you gotta I just have to get my rhythm back is all, but.
Back in the groove.
That's the one thing with distance is you just have to, get back into the groove. You can't just, with sprint, you just sprint, but with distance, you really have to,
get into a rhythm.
Yes, and get into a good mindset. For swimming that long.
So I'm going to combine our next 2 questions and just ask it together. What made you guys want to do your events? Oh, we're going to start with that.
Okay. Distance. So I'm distance and butterfly, the 2 butterfly, which is the longest, 200 butterfly, but I've never really been a sprinter. I'm 5'2". It's really hard for me to get up and going with all the other girls that are 6'2". So I've just I just stuck with distance, and I'm really good at maintaining my pace, like hitting the same split almost every time, almost every 50. If you guys understand that, hitting my same.
We know enough ball to be like, okay, I know.
Good.
I have a little bit of an idea what you're talking about.
Like hitting my same split, and the nice thing is when you're tapered and you have your Texit on at midseason. Last midseason, I think I dropped about like 20, 30 seconds in the 1,000. So it's just like, it makes me feel good because I'm like, yeah, I did that. Like, and that's just what I love about it. And then to fly, I'm just really good at pacing myself, not going all out.
That's like, no one says their favorite event is to fly because it's like actually the worst thing ever. I don't know how.
I swam in it mid-season twice in one day, and I went faster the second time I swam it. And Kaden was like, "How'd you do that?" I'm like, "I don't know. I just learned from.
Do it again.
I just learned from 8 hours ago how to do it better, I guess."
No. I swim breaststroke, so I don't know. Like she said, though, like the thing about the height does kind of play a factor. Like I'm not tall either, so my wingspan's pretty small, so I'm not a freestyler at all. I don't like to sprint free. But I have stronger legs, and breaststroke's very like leg focused because you like the whip kick, I guess. So I don't know. I like the breaststroke, and it's not so. You get to breathe also on every stroke, which I like because I'm flying free. You're not supposed to breathe all the time. No. And I personally like my oxygen, so I like to be able to breathe all the time, I guess.
Yeah.
Especially in the YMCA when there's no air quality.
Yeah.
It's bad in there.
See, I'm with you because I got asthma. So whenever the air quality is like terrible, I notice. And like I remember day champions one year, I was in the Y and I was like cleaning the pool, like the pool area in the Y, and I was like struggling.
It's like sticky too.
Yeah, it's muggy.
It's like heavy.
No,
Not a good
thanks.
environment.
Yeah. Okay, so when I was looking at the roster, it's like all freshmen and sophomores, it seems like. You guys have a really young team. Just talk about like maybe a lot of the upsides that come with this young team where you guys are able to grow exponentially compared to like just instead of like plateauing, especially for like years to come.
Well, my freshman year, there was only 3 of us freshmen. So it's a big change even for like my roommate and I who are captains. We've seen that. It's crazy because we came in and I will say like looked up to them more, whereas like now it's like more than split. It's I don't know, there's like 9 freshmen and
There's a lot of
6
freshmen.
sophomores and then 3 juniors.
Not even that many sophomores.
So I feel like it creates a bigger bond though because we, like us upperclassmen, if we don't get to know all these freshmen, who are we gonna talk to on the team?
Right.
So I will say our team the last 2 years is like very close. Like you cannot break the swim team. Like we all talk to each other. There's no like drama or stupid, I don't know.
Yeah.
And I feel like it helps because everyone's growing together too. Like no one is the best. We all know we still have room to grow, and like everyone's still figuring it out. And I don't know. There's just I think it's better than I thought it was gonna be. To be honest, coming from like freshman year, I was like nervous when they had all these. Like we had 9 freshmen last year.
Yeah.
Class started with 9.
My class.
So it seems intimidating at first,
But
but
yeah.
it's not bad.
I mean, and we're also like, especially at this swim meet, we were all very like supportive of each other, and the relays and the individuals, like we were all up and cheering. Like none of us were just sitting down. We were all there for each other. So I think that is good for our team with all the younger kids.
Yeah.
Like kids. I am a younger kid. I'm only a sophomore.
You're still on the underclassman
I'm still
side.
on an underclassman side.
Do you guys hear like the cheering when you're swimming like in the pool or?
I hear the noise, but because I swim breaststroke, you like swim towards the wall. Sometimes like Hillary or other teammates will be like at the wall, like in your face. That's what I see. Like they'll be like going like this, and I'm like, okay, I'll go.
Yeah.
But otherwise, like you hear the cheering, but not like. I don't know who they're talking to, so I'm just going fast as I...
On that, because like with mid-season when I swam the 2 fly, every time I went to the wall, because you're going towards the wall, I saw everyone cheering for me for the 2 fly, and then they, you do your open turn, and they're just like hovering over you, and you're like, go, and I can see them, and I'm just like, okay. So if they're right there, you can hear them, but from the sides, you're just, you can't really tell.
It's like I can't ever hear like coach cheering for me, I guess. I can't decipher that or whatever.
Yeah.
But.
I mean, when I'm swimming my distance, I'm looking to the side because I have a breathing pattern. I can see coaches go. It's like, okay, I'm going. Trying.
I'm trying, Coach.
I'm trying to kick. I'm trying to do all the right things.
I keep saying it, like Coach Nero was like in the weight room and stuff. He's like, "We gotta go. We gotta move it faster." And I'm like, "Coach, I'm trying. It's just not going.
It's not going.
Don't know what to tell you. It's
Yeah.
the effort's there, execution.
Not early in the morning.
Yeah.
So if you guys could choose one, are we doing one other event or
Yeah.
just one event in general? What would you guys do? And I guess why?
You go first.
Just one.
Or if you have a couple, like
Yeah.
but like just like something that you wish you could do, like times don't matter. Like you're the best at this event. What are you choosing to swim, or dive? I guess you.
Not that. I mean, like if I could swim the 2 fly, like. I mean, I would a lot, but it doesn't. There's not a 2 fly at every meet.
Yeah.
It's only at like a couple of meets, so that's.
Most people are thankful for that.
Yeah, mid-season, I think there was only like maybe 10 of us that swam it
no one
from the
likes,
whole.
That's like the race that you just don't swim.
Yeah. Anywho, 2 fly. If I could swim it a lot, I would.
I'd say the 100 IM because it's a 25 week stroke, just back to back to back. So it goes by like super fast. Like you just have to go all out, and the next stroke all out. You don't have to like figure out a pace because you just have to swim each stroke at your fastest.
Right.
Which I like.
Okay. So no one's diving. You guys aren't diving, like.
I don't think that'd be good for
I would flop.
my head.
Like that.
I would hit the board.
I mean, I can do like a backflip and a front flip and little tricks, but nowhere near.
It'd be cool to do 3-meter diving though, like the ones who go like really high
Really
in the
high.
air. I wish I could do that.
How tall is 3 meters?
10 feet.
10 feet?
Trust me, I know.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say.
My PR.
Like the high dive.
Oh wow, well, there you go.
Yeah. So I always like, I don't know, I'm always interested, especially like with like track runners and stuff too. Like, hey, like what event would you do if you could choose any of them?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a question I asked you guys before if we wanted to do this or not. This weekend on the road, we were like, oh, there's Chick-fil-A and stuff in Bismarck, right? And they were like, then we started talking. If you got to choose one fast food and one restaurant to add it to Aberdeen, what would you choose and why? I was hoping you guys would say yes because I wore this shirt specific for this. This is a little taco shop back home in San Clemente. Shout out Pedro's Tacos anytime I'm down there. So that would be something that like, I consider adding to Aberdeen. But what are you guys choosing? One fast food, one restaurant to add to Aberdeen, and why?
I would choose Kava for fast food. I had
don't know
that
if I
in
know what
DC
that
this
is.
summer, and it's like a Greek. Like you make your own Greek bowl, basically.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
I don't know. It's very good. I like it, and it's something that's not so like fried or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then for a restaurant, up at my cabin, there's a place called Taco Gringo, and they make their own like Southwest Ranch taco sauce, and it is the best thing ever. You can buy it in bottles, but only up there. So I would add a Taco Gringo here.
All right, I dig
I don't eat fast food, so I really don't have a clear.
it. Clear answer for that one.
But for a restaurant, Sicky's Garage up in Fargo.
Oh, that one's
Shout
good.
out Sicky's. Every time I go to Fargo, that's where I'm going. I love Sicky's Garage.
All right, what are you choosing?
Definitely Chick-fil-A. Restaurant is so hard because like everything I can think of is like already here. A lot of the restaurants in Millbank are like the family restaurants or they're also here.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I have to think about it for a little bit. Just skip me. It's okay.
For me, Cane's is up there. Gotta no slaw extra toast, obviously. Talked about Wiener Central or Del Taco, which those are like both West Coast things. And then restaurant-wise, I said like Applebee's or Chili's or Red Robin, one of those three.
Yeah. Like
Don't look at me like that.
Well, they're like cheaper options.
They're
for
like-
you don't have to
yeah.
like go out and spend a lot of money on it. You can just get good food for not that bad a price.
For not that bad.
No, I didn't say anything.
Kenna was just giving me dirty look. She was like, ooh. If I had to choose like a hometown, obviously Pedro's is up there for fast food wise, and then I think restaurant wise, I would choose Veracruz or Tom's. I love Mexican food, so
Same.
yeah. So have you gone to Dulce's? Gotta go to Dulce's
Where is it at?
on the west side of town,
Oh.
by the Salvation Army.
Okay.
It is the best Mexican food. Shout out Dulce's Hispanic store. I will put anyone on. I will live and die by the Dulce sword.
Okay.
So
I like
I haven't
sushi.
heard that one yet.
I'm telling you, it's
interesting, okay.
so good. It
Yeah.
is so good. It's my favorite Mexican restaurant here.
I'm more sushi gal than Mexican.
So you go to Tokyo a lot?
Oh yeah, I went there on Saturday with my parents. I said, or my mom's like, where do you want to go to eat? And I said, we're getting sushi. And she's like, okay. I said, there's no question, we're going
Yeah.
to get sushi. And she's like, okay.
That's valid.
So I said,
You're like,
"That's where we're
Mom,
going."
you gotta know. Mom.
And my dad, I was like, we're going. And he's like, okay. So they don't get a choice.
Well, that's kind of all I got. Do you have anything else?
No.
Did you think of a restaurant?
I agree with Red Robin.
Okay.
I think, yeah.
Steak fries from Red Robin
Yep.
are so good. Sorry, I'm hungry.
It's at lunch hour.
It is lunch hour. So we'll go ahead and let you guys get going with your day. Emily and Kenna, thank you guys
Yes.
so much for
Yes.
coming on. Best of luck with your very long season. When do you guys compete again? It's not for a couple weeks?
This
This
coming
weekend,
Friday,
yeah.
Saturday.
Oh, well.
We're in
Bismarck.
Ooh, fun.
Yes.
I know, they got Chick-fil-A up there, so yeah, that's what we
Minn's
got.
coach.
Yeah, Kevin's coach.
Well, best luck with the rest of the season, and especially with the rest of your guys' career. I know there's a lot left for you guys, so best of
Thank
luck.
you.
Thanks.
Thank you.